Howdy folks, it's Matt. We're living in New Braunfels, Texas and the New Home Realty Group. You are wondering what are some of the best things to do in New Braunfels whenever you come to visit or you're living here. We're going to talk about just that. So let's get started. All right, so you're wondering what some of the best things to do in New Braunfels, whether you're living here or whether you're visiting. We're going to cover those top 10 things today. Now, a lot of these things that I've done because I've lived here for a long time. I worked here as a police officer for a long time. And, so I've gotten to do a lot of these things, if not all of them. And so that's one of the benefits of, using me. If you're thinking about moving to New Braunfels, we have people reaching out to us all the time, want to move to New Braunfels, Texas, and we love it. So if you're thinking about it, make sure you give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. All the contact information is down below. Anyway, let's get started on the top 10 things to do in New Braunfels. All right, number 10 is the Guadalupe River. So the Guadalupe River is a natural river here in Texas. It starts way up like north somewhere. I've never even looked to see where it did start. But it flows through New Braunfels. It goes through the county as well, so it's fun to either float in. You can float the river. You can take kayaks down the river. Those are traditionally like the kayaks and stuff are going to be a lot outside of town, so you can go up River Road and go to one of the crossings of one of the river outfitters out there, or put in somewhere that's going to allow you, and you can float your kayak down into New Braunfels. A lot of people get out in Green at the Green Bridge, but there's also fly fishing that you can do on the Guadalupe River. So there's a couple of river outfitters out here as well that'll take you out and you go fly fishing, or if you can find somewhere you can access it, fly fishing is there as well. It's a little bit more shallow than the canal is, which is we're going to talk about next. So it flows a lot faster, but it just also depends on how much rain we've had, how much water they've released out of Canyon Lake and whatnot. So number 10 is the Guadalupe River. Number 9 is the Canal River. The Canal River is a spring-fed river. It's about the same temperature year-round, which is nice. So you can even go jump in it during the winter, and it's going to be, warmer in the water than it's going to be outside. But one of the big things, there's really not fishing you can do in it, but the big thing to do in the Canal River is to go tubing. So you can either take your own tube. I think you still have to pay an access fee during the summertime. Or maybe contact one of the outfitters, go to one of the river outfitters. And I like going to Texas Tubes, but that's just my personal choice. Been going there for years. So you go and rent your tubes, and you jump in the water, you float down. It's about a 2.5 hour float typically. Get out at the last tuber's exit. You don't want to go past the last tuber's exit because the rest of it is just private property. Or if you go down, then it's the congruence where it meets up with the Guadalupe, and it can get a little bit dangerous after that. But yeah, go floating down the Canal River is what draws a lot of people here, especially during the summer. Another thing you do in the canal, you can go over to like Hinman Island Park and just jump in the water. A lot of people love to do that. They're jumping off the side. You can't really jump off of like any trees or rope swings or anything. That's illegal. Make sure you don't do that. But jumping off the side where you can see and whatnot is just going in there, cooling down, especially during these hot summers. All right, number 8 is Schlitterbahn. So we have the hottest, coolest time in Texas here in New Braunfels. So Schlitterbahn is a giant water park here in the city, and it's been named one of the number 1 water parks, in the U.S. a whole bunch of different times. But it's a big attraction, especially here in Texas. People come from all over. We used to come up here whenever we were kids. We would come camping out at one of the campgrounds, and we'd always go to Schlitterbahn. And I probably haven't been since like the early 2000s. I'm sure a lot has changed, but they have some, state-of-the-art rides and everything that they would just come up with, ones that would shoot you uphill. You ever been on a water ride or water slide that shoots you uphill? We got those, the Master Blaster. But, it's a good time to cool off. If you're living here, it's a good, you can go and get a season pass. And so you can go every single day if you like. I've got friends that grew up here, and that's what they said, is that whenever they were kids during the summer, that Schlitterbahn was their babysitter. Their parents would just drop them off in the morning with their season pass, pick them up in the afternoon whenever they were out of work, and they'd go home. But yeah, so Schlitterbahn is number 8. Number 7 is the restaurants. So this is one thing that I really know about because I'm a foodie. I love to eat. Lived here for a while. Was a police officer here, so we got to eat, all over the city. But, you know, so the number 7 thing to do here is the restaurants. While we have those chain restaurants such as, you know, like, what's that crappy Italian place? Oh yeah, Olive Garden. Then we have, you know, local stuff like Nola Vite, or we have Gennaro's. It's out by Canyon Lake. A lot of mom and pop restaurants, privately owned, family owned here. You can skip all the ones that are, you know, big corporate ones, the chain restaurants. You don't have to go to those. If you like them, fine. If you want to go to Chili's and get some Southwest egg rolls, whatever, that's fine. But you can get some better stuff, you know, at least in my opinion, at the local ones, such as McAdoo's, Weesatch Grill. Nagelin's Bakery is the oldest bakery in Texas, and it's right here downtown New Braunfels. We have some Thai places here that we really love, burger places that are really good. We even have some food trucks that have popped up here and there that are really good as well. There's one called UVP Burgers, I believe. I haven't had it yet, but they sound really good, and I think on Mondays it's like buy one, get one. I want to check that out. Don't hold me to the buy one, get one. Always check their website or their Facebook page to be sure though. And you also have a lot of barbecue places here. You've heard it before. I've done videos on it. My favorite is Cooper's Barbecue, but that's always going to be up for debate. People are going to fight me on it all the time, and they're like, oh, there's nothing special about Cooper's. You know what? I don't give a shit what you think. Cooper's is my favorite, so it always will be. You know, we also have Black's Barbecue. We have Rudy's, which is kind of a chain. You know, there's a few of those. But yeah, good place to get barbecue as well. Number 6 thing to do is New Braunfels downtown. So we have a great downtown area that's full of restaurants, bars. There are, you know, little boutique stores that you can go shopping in. It's very walkable down there. Again, like I said, I mentioned Nagelin's Bakery when I talked about restaurants. It's downtown as well. During, you know, Christmas season, they have the tree lighting ceremony, which is great, and Santa Claus will come by on a fire truck. But, you know, it's a great time to go and just kind of like just walk around downtown. They have antique stores. There's, you know, barber shops as well. Great places to get burgers like Muck and Fuss. My friend Mike Monteverde's, you know, I think he fought to get it back. It's like the Spicy Juicy Lucy. If you go there and you see the menu and the Spicy Juicy Lucy, it's going to say like recommended by Matt Monteverde. If you've had that before, comment down below. Let me know what you thought about it. So yeah, shopping such as, you know, boutiques. There's a hardware store that's been around for well over 100 years, you know, Henny Hardware. We also have a theater down there where they put on either musicals or productions or concerts. You know, great place to go. There's small bars down there as well. That's great for nightlife. So really good nightlife down here too. I mean, it's not like all the whatnot, but you're going to have a lot of live music there. But yeah, downtown is great. We love going down there. My wife and I love going. We'll go and eat at like McAdoo's or something, and then go walk around the downtown area. Hey guys, I really hope you're enjoying the video. If you are, or if you're not, make sure you give it a like. Give it a like and hit that subscribe button so you can be notified every time I put out a new video. And if you're thinking about moving here, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. All the contact information is down below. We've got people contacting us all the time, and we absolutely love it. And we can help you just like we've helped them. Number 5 is green. So it's not Green, it's Gruene. Some people say Gruen. No, it's green. So Green is not a town, it's not a city. People talk about, oh, I want to live in Green, I want to move to Green. You're just moving to New Braunfels. Green is actually a historic district here in New Braunfels. So it has Green Hall, which is Texas's oldest dance hall. There's a lot of other places. It's kind of like downtown, but traveling back in time a little bit. So some great restaurants to eat at, places where you can buy some local goods. They're going to have the boutiques, you're going to have gift stores, you're going to have a great place. So one of my favorite places to go is the Green Olive Tasting Room. But I love to cook, so they have a lot of, you know, olive oils, balsamic vinegars, you know, pastas, just all kinds of stuff. It's a great place to go into. If y'all are watching this, hey, give me a like. You know, make sure you like that, guys. You know, there's festivals that happen in Green. There's a couple of little wineries to go to. One of them, the Vineyard, is great because they have a huge outdoor area that you can go and hang out. You can go inside and buy some wine, and then even just go hang out on their big, you know, little their outdoor area where they sometimes have some live music. Kids are running around and playing. A lot of places to sit. And some of the big restaurants, you know, I guess the biggest one is going to be the Gristmill. The Gristmill, I honestly don't even know how many it can sit. It's huge. Like, you could get lost in there. There's some indoor seating, but the majority of it is outside. It sits right on the Guadalupe River. It's a great place to go to. The ribs are awesome. So if you go, make sure you get the ribs or even the chicken fried steak or their green beans, not Green, Grune. They're green beans. Anyway, anytime we've gone there, it's just always a good time. They sometimes have live music as well. All right, number 4 are 2 big parks, and that's going to be Fisher Park and Landa Park. So Fisher Park is going to be off of McQueeney Road and County Line Road. It's great for kids because there's a big splash pad over there. There's a couple of little fishing ponds that are catch and release. It's one of the newer parks here in town. It's not as quite as old as like Landa Park is. But yeah, Fisher Park is a great place to go, either for the kids to play, for adults to go and walk the jogging track, or jog the jogging track, or run the jogging track. Like I said, go fishing. And then you've got Landa Park as well. Landa Park is huge. I think it's over 50 acres. There's a big pond there that you can do some fishing in. It seems like every time I either drive through there or go to Landa Park, there's always somebody fishing. I believe it's catch and release as well. But there's playgrounds for the kids. There's a little wading area that you can get into the water. Just right by Landa Park is also the source of the Kamau River. You can see where the water's coming in from the ground. And there's also a train there. I think I've done a video on the train. Yeah, I did. I did a video on the train. So they have a little train there that you can get on with the kids. Or if you're a train nut and you just want to go on a train, right? There's a little train depot, and it goes throughout the park. That's really fun to go to. Then they have the dance slab where they also have live music, and there's a lot of events that happen at Landa Park as well. So number 4 are our parks. Number 3, while it isn't in New Braunfels, it's close by. It's over just in Schertz or outside of Schertz on FM 3009. It's Natural Bridge Caverns. So you have the Natural Bridge Caverns where you can actually go down into the cavern. You'll go down all the steps and see the stalagmites, stalactites, and all that good stuff. I haven't done it in a long time, but maybe I should. Maybe I should do a video on that. So you have the caverns, but what's also fun is the wildlife park. So there's a Natural Bridge Wildlife Park that you can go to, and you can drive through it. You drive in, you pay, like, I think it's per person. It's not per car, and it's not cheap. But you can also buy some bags of food, and you can go and feed the animals while you're driving through the park. It's really slow. It can take over an hour to drive through it, which is fun. But they're going to have they have giraffes right at the front. Now they're not roaming around and sticking their heads inside of your sunroof or anything like that. But they're kind of separated. But they have the giraffes right in the front. But when you're driving around, you're going to see some exotic deer and game like that. You're also going to see ostriches. Zebras. You're gonna be able to feed the zebras and all kinds of other little animals that are running around. Around there, they also have some rhinos and more giraffes in the park. And then you can also just enjoy just the beautiful views as well. When you're driving around, I mean, there's some views that you can just see for miles. It's great. So make sure you go check out Natural Bridge Caverns. Number 2 is Canyon Lake. So Canyon Lake is just north of New Braunfels. It's a huge lake, man-made. And people love to go up there, whether you're going to be, on your boat, on your jet ski, fishing, swimming, barbecuing, whatever it's going to be. Canyon Lake is a great place to go and hang out, jump in, get some relief from this Texas heat that we have every single year. But yeah, it's a main attraction, for a lot of people that come in from all over, or people in New Braunfels themselves. They'll go up there and take their boats up there, or, they'll maybe keep them at the marina. There's, some little towns that are around Canyon Lake that have some great restaurants as well. But yeah, Canyon Lake is number 2. Great place to go in and cool off. And number 1 is the Animal World and Snake Farm. Actually, Ray Wiley Hubbard did a song called Snake Farm, and it's about the snake farm that's here in New Braunfels. So we have our own little privately owned zoo. It's great for the kids. Whenever you go in, you pay your admission, you can go in and see the snakes and the lizards that they have inside. From little ones to giant, anacondas or boas or whatever they are. I think they're anacondas. And some reptiles. And then behind that is the bigger part of the zoo as well. And you're going to see things such as lions, hyenas, big cats. We have all that stuff there as well. I want to say that there's zebras, maybe some ostriches. It's not like, Natural Bridge where you can go and feed them. But, it's a great place if you want to take the kids and you don't feel like walking around like the huge San Antonio Zoo like I've done before. but it's a great place to go. Take the kids. I've taken the kids there. I did a video on it not long ago. Yeah, cool little spot and everything. You know, there's quite a bit of shade there as well, so you're just not just exposed to the heat all the time. They've got some crocodiles or alligators and whatnot. It's a cool place to go. All right, folks. So that was the 10 best things to do here in New Braunfels, in no particular order or anything like that. I'm just giving you places to go and see and do. So if you're thinking about moving here, make sure you give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, whatever you got to do. All the contact information is down below. And until next time, take care and enjoy the next video.